Welcome to my presentation, my dear learners. I hope that you are receiving some help in hearty. Today I am present before you another new class on collocation. Today's class is very important education. Education is very close to us. First, I am going to explain before you about the education, the process of teaching and learning at school, college, at university. But today I am going to show before you different way how would you use as a collocation, adjective or noun plus education. A good education. All parents want a good education for their children. Poor education, not very good. She had a poor education and left school without qualification. And all-round education, including a balance and lots of different subjects. The school offers a good all-round education. Full-time education. Mind it. How would you use? This is very important. Spending very weekly in a school or college. Children must stay in the full-time education until the age of 16. State education, that is British English. Public education, that is American English. Provided by government of country. The state of California grants free public education to all children. That's activities also is working in our government as a primary level, elementary level for free. There is no fees and for no students. Private education that people have to pay for. I don't agree with the principle of private education. Formal education from teachers at school or college rather than learning by yourself. She had no formal education and was brought up by her grandmother. Formal education means no educational institutions he or she hasn't received education. Primary education, that's in primary school, British English. Elementary education, that is American English. For children aged between 5–11. The government has announced plans to improve the quality of primary school education. Dear learners, I am going to explain by turns about the topics. Okay, my dear learners, again I am explaining before you more words on collocation. Secondary education, also high school education. That means secondary education is British and high school education is called American. For children aged between 11 to 18, 11 and 18 age. She hopes to start teaching career in secondary education. University education, college education. Do you have university education? Further education, higher education. At a college or university. I did a carpentry course at the further education college. Adult education for adults. That's means those who are aged, matured, that is called. Vocational education relating to skills needed for a particular job, that is called vocational education. That education related to skill-based. Nursery or preschool education for children aged under 5. Under 5 children, education system is called nursery or preschool. Now I am going to explain how would you use education as a verb. Have an education. The women have had little education. Get an education, receive an education. Some children grow up without receiving any education. That means millions of students, millions of children are growing across the world, especially third world country, without any receiving education. That is too bad for them. Give an education, provide an education. The school aims to provide a good general education. Enter education, start going to school, college, etc. The number of students entering higher education has risen. That's when it's increasing. And leave education, that is British English. Stop going to school or college, etc. She left full-time education at the age of 16. And you can use more vocabs about this related. Continue your education. My dear learners, now I am going to explain before you education plus. Dear learners, now I am going to explain before you more words on collocation. Education plus noun. The education system. The way education is organized and managed in a country. Is the British education system failing some children? The education department, the government organization that makes decisions about education. Education department, that's mean that department only working for education. Newcastle City Council Education Department. And Education Authority, a government organization that makes official decisions about in one particular area. The Education Service, all the government organizations that work together to provide education. Education Policy, political plans for managing an education system. Education Reform, changes that government makes to the education system in a country. Dear learners, I have explained lot of words on collocation word education. Again, I am going to end of the session. Please try to watch the video very attentively. That will greatly help you for your development, your English vocabulary skill, English speaking skill, overall writing skill and overall English language skills. Thank you very much.